No, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And he's laughing. He just threw tear gas in a crowded alley and then laughed at it. Nairobi feels like a war zone right now with police everywhere in riot gear, tear gas, flashbangs, and claims of security services using live rounds. Police trying to disperse protesters, some of the protesters throwing rocks back at police. It's a dramatic scene that could have been avoided if police let the protesters march in peace. Look at this, look at this, look at this. They're trying to beat her up. They're threatening her.
Yeah. Hello, wonderful viewers. It's nice to be here once again to do what we know how to do best, you know. Let me fix up my camera a little bit. All right. It's quite a while and a whole lot of things has gone down the drain. More especially the battle or the war. How many days war? I think about 7 days or 10 days war. I don't think it's up to 10 days. Between Iran and Israel, the Zionist state. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow I'll talk about it. But today, something has brought us here, you know. And from the looks of things, we might have audio output issue. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is what's going on in Kenya. The situation in Kenya, Nairobi. The protest is going on for a couple of days now. We decided to bring it a little bit late to you. Because there are some important things that we need to talk about. That's why the topic for today's broadcast is this one here. Can Nigeria be redeemed? Can Nigeria be redeemed? And we all know the answer to that question. The answer to that question is a no. A massive no. There is no how you want to see it that you will flip it around. It's like asking 1 + 1, which obviously to the common sense is 2. But in the case of Nigeria, they want to make 1 + 1 3, not even 4 or 11 or 1. So that is why it is practically impossible for Nigeria to be redeemed. The youths you see here engaging with the police are the Kenyan youths. And the journalist there is right there doing his job. If it was in Nigeria, woe betide that journalist. Woe betide that one. Because that journalist will get shot and killed. Next thing, they will brandish a weapon and give to the journalist and call the journalist a terrorist. That's why journalism in Nigeria is a brown envelope situation or circumstance or thing. The media experts, so-called experts in Nigeria, they are experts when it comes to collecting brown envelope. They just water down or muscle down the narrative. Then it comes to the social media aspects. They do the same thing. We now have multi-alternative media outlets, which came vastly from social media. So if the mainstream media fails to give the true narrative, how about the social media, the alternative? But when it comes to Nigeria, the answer is a flat out 0. Flat out. We are not mixing words here because there are some narratives that ought to be told the way it should be so that it will re-echo the vibes of sense in a positive-minded person. You know? That's why we have decided to come up here today to talk about this. Why I won't call him president. Why Mr. William Ruto of Kenya, their so-called president, is moving around the globe like Clint Eastwood of the American Hollywood movies or film industry. Moving around the globe, portraying himself to be a one-up leader that is making Africa proud, that is pushing the agenda of Africa positively to the world out there. The guy is just another motherfucking two-faced Shylock. Look at his country and look at what the police are doing to the Kenyan people. Why William Ruto is there collaborating with the American forces on how to make a regime change in Burkina Faso. William Ruto even had the temerity to say that Ibrahim Traore, this one here on your screen, look at him there, that he is dangerous to democracy, that Traore doesn't represent democracy. Let me make him bigger. You see, he's the Captain Africa. Aye? William Ruto is busy attacking this young man that is doing great things for his country. Ruto is busy attacking him. But look at his own country and the mess going on in there. Let me give you volume so that you all can hear this one quickly. This is a CNN reporter in Kenya, so that you all can get to hear from him directly.
Police trying to disperse protesters. Some of the protesters throwing rocks back at police. It's a dramatic scene. No, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And he's laughing. He just threw tear gas in a crowded alley and then laughed at it. Nairobi feels like a war zone right now, with police everywhere in riot gear, tear gas, flashbangs, and claims of security services using live rounds. Police trying to disperse protesters. Some of the protesters throwing rocks back at police. It's a dramatic scene that could have been avoided if police let the protesters march in peace. Look at this, look at this, look at this. They're trying to beat her up. They're threatening her. These are prisons officers who are not trained in crowd control, and they are being unreasonably violent. Here we see them again. He's whipping the protesters right now.
We are demonstrating peacefully. We are protesting against police brutality. As you can see, we have nothing. I only have my phone. We all have only our phones. We are peaceful. Our hands are up, but we have been cornered, and we are afraid for our lives.
We don't need Ruto as our president. Ruto is a corrupt leader, and we don't need him in Kenya. As you, we say Ruto must go.
Ruto must go.
Yes.
Officers, advance.
I'm here today to remember my fellow comrades who lost their lives at these streets. But the police who killed the Gen Zs last year, they haven't done anything about those police officers.
You all saw that and you heard from the journalist. He said the officers threw tear gas in a crowded place and started laughing. It's fun to, you see, black people are an apology to creation. We must be honest. It's fun for him to throw the tear gas in a crowded area and have people hurt. And it was fun to him. That's why Donald Trump said, give the black man gun to protect themselves. They use it to kill each other. Would you blame Trump for the way Trump is acting? The answer is no. is because you degenerates called Africans, you don't know the value to common sense or even sense of morality. It's absolutely lacking when it comes to certain black people. Don't get me wrong. They are nice black people, you know, but when they come together as a bunch, then you see the demon that made their skin black manifest. Look at how they are marching like they are going to fight World War III, or maybe they are just coming from World War II. It is against their own citizens. They had to use life round. That guy said, on that same street, his comrades, his friends were shot dead. That's why they came out again to make the protest. This report is coming from CNN. Live and direct from CNN. Huh? That is Kenya for you. That's Kenya for you. This next one that is coming up on your screen, why we decided to start with Kenya is to narrow down a point, because the topic for today has to do with Nigeria. Look at it there on your screen. Can Nigeria be redeemed? And you all know the lady in front of your screen. Her name is Aisha Yusuf. The fake revolutionarist, the bloody revolutionary that is a fake, 100% fake. Election time is coming again. 2027 is still far away. But mind you, in Nigeria, they started hunting the 2027 election 2 years ago, from 2023. Now it's drawing closer. Every lips that has been sealed, silent, now they've started waking up. What is she doing? Raising a clenched fist up. Clutching her fist and raising it up. These are media or camera revolutionaries that will come out and make certain noise. And you have people get agitated and they say, yes, someone is talking. But it is always a good thing in Nigeria, because Nigeria is a land of gossipers. Nigeria is a land that is soaked with so much evil that they don't even know that they are soaked with evil. Do you know why? Because it is a culture to them. Evil is like this. Evil is like this to the Nigerian. It's like clothes to them. It's on their skin, permanent. A land that is filled with habitual witches, witchcraft everywhere. That's why certain nasty things can thrive in Nigeria unchecked. Aisha Yusuf is out again. This is the same motherfucker that stood against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and called him fake. At some point, she turned around and said, oh, what the guy is doing is real. At some point, she turned around again and called him fake. This is two-faced, two-mouthed bandits that have nothing to offer. They go like waves, you know. They follow the waves of light. Wherever it goes to, they bend, they shunt. Immediately, they are shunting. It's in a way they skid. As they are shunting, they will skid alongside it like fox. That's why the Bible talks specifically about fox when Yeshua called Herod the fox, because fox is a skillful shunting animal. That is the people you see here. She even wore something that has the color of a fox brown. So she's a fox. Desperate liar. Here is what she said. And the people that posted it is the Igbos, the useless things. Let me read it out for you, in case you don't see it. It comes from a fake criminal group known as the BLF, Biafran Liberation Front, under Masob of Waziri Diot. And who posted it? He said his name is Greg Somadina Emmanuel. He said, Aisha Yusuf at it again. Ojukwu ran for president and he didn't have the full support of the Southeast region. Even at the beginning of Peter Obi's campaign, many swore that the Southeast region will not even support him. He was pegged to win only Anambra, if any. Now the people of Southeast are being vilified and called tribalistic because they supported Peter Obi. When they supported Obasanjo, they weren't tribalistic. When they supported Adwa, they weren't tribalistic. When they supported Jonathan and Jojo, they weren't tribalistic. When they supported Atiku or Kokoaka, they weren't tribalistic. It is when they supported the most competent who happened to be from their region, they became tribalistic. Anyways, I like the form of tribalism. Let's have more. This is a freedom fighter that is talking about elections in Nigeria. Do freedom fighters talk about election, or they talk about a policy change that should stand and fix things right, regardless of who rules the country? You know, when they want to turn this coven, this nation of witches and wizards called the Igbos, when they want to turn them around, one worthless thing from anywhere can come around and praise the Igbos, then lay emphasis on some of their icons that they betrayed or sold out. Then you see the Igbos, they start moving their head like this. As they are moving their head, there's nothing in the head of the Igbo man apart from wickedness. If you are an Igbo man, you are hearing this, you feel offended, fuck off. I'm talking to you, you that is watching this program. Are you not a witch? Are you not a wizard? Are you Igbo man? Are you not? You can feel offended. This session today, we don't care how you feel. Who were the ones that messed up Ojukwu? Who? Who were the ones that messed up Nnamdi Kanu? Who? But every now and then you see the Igbos. They talk about Idu. You see that they jump at, well, we are Idu, we are Idu. But they are never Idu. They are masqueraders, evil people, witches everywhere. Anything that seems like going or a light is shining, you see the Igbos are attracted to that area. They are not going there because they love the light or they love the truth. They are going there to act as internal agents of darkness, sleeper cells, just to destroy the thing from the inside. Then they move on. Next thing, you see them in churches, praying the sacraments, always calling on God, Virgin Maria, when they know that there is nothing like Virgin Maria. You see them praying the rosary when they know that the rosary is fake. Useless people called the Igbos. Election is around the corner 2 years from now. Peter Obi is making waves now. Another sellout. The same Peter Obi that when he was governor, a lot of people died under his watch. They were all thrown into the river after killing them, Esu River. Obi denied it, though evidence and everything pointed that he was the one that ordered the execution of Anambra youths. He denied it. Next thing, they even say, oh, what happened in the past has happened. Let's forget it. Let's move forward. That's how over 5 million of them died in the Civil War. A war that had nothing to do with them. An issue between the West and the North. The Igbos only intermediated to save Awolowo. And the thing backfired on them. Then Awolowo turned around and backstabbed them. Then the Igbos, led by Ife Ajona, the first gold medalist of the Commonwealth in the entire black world, Emmanuel Ife Ajona. He was a celebrity, a top sportsman in his days. He won gold medal. Go and check it. I know that most of you idiots called Igbos, you people don't know about this. That was how a celebrity sportsman called Emmanuel Ife betrayed Ojukwu, an Igbo idiot called Ife. He was paid money. He was a celebrity already. He had the money. But how much more will they pay him? That is Igbo people for you. Igbos, Igbo fools. Nnamdi Kanu is there now. Come and fight. Lotaba, come and fight. We'll join you. Nnamdi Kanu went. They messed him up. He left the country. The same Igbos went outside the country to this country now, Kenya, where you see the youth fighting and protesting, calling their president corrupt. Nigeria corrupt policy jumped to Kenya, kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, took him back to Nigeria. Then all the pastors from the Igbo land said, oh, they caught Nnamdi Kanu. They captured him like a rabbit in Brazil on top of a woman. Nigerian ministers of the so-called gospel of Lucifer, aka church Christians. Your pastors, your Catholic bishop, Onagana Pant and others said Nnamdi Kanu was caught on top of a woman. But you useless Igbos have forgotten about the story. Because they tell you something in the morning, before afternoon you forget it. The only thing the Igbo man can never forget is any wickedness that is attached with money or the destruction of another person. Igbo man will never forget that thing from generation to generation. That's why Yakubu Gowon said, if I had known these people love money, I would never have shot any bullet, one shot, no gunfire at all, no civil war. He would have given the Igbos money to kill themselves, and they will do that. And they are still doing it today. Get the Igbo man, give him money, kill your brother. Instantly, the Igbo man will go ahead and do it. Look at the entire Nigeria. Look at the entire Nigeria. We ran a program. Next thing, others bolted out and they turned around and said, Baba Tinubu, help us to kill the Igbos. Help us to kill the Igbos. The same people turned around. They've collected money. But they're calling on the enemy to kill their own. Look at small Aisha Yusuf. Yeah? She has jumped out to say something. She has jumped out to say something about the Igbos. Now, it is a Biafran movement agenda. People that say they are fighting for freedom, they stand for freedom. They don't even know what they stand for because the Igbo man doesn't know what freedom is. They don't. The Igbo man is an example of this man on your screen now. You see what is written on his shirt? I am where? Belle face. Who be this person? Carrying a plate on his hand. That is Reno Omokiri, the former media chief personnel of Goodluck Jonathan Jojo, that was chased away from Aso Rock by who? Obama, with a phone call, and they gave them citizenship. This man on your screen with the plate went to the US, became an American citizen. He bought, this man on your screen bought 10 bitcoins. Then Bitcoin was sold for $60,000 for one. This man on your screen bought 10. How much is that? $600,000. When we know that remote workers or those that works online, they will find it difficult to even buy 2 Bitcoin, even if they make the error of buying one. This guy bought 10 and he came out and he said, a lot of you know that. A lot of people say that I speak too fast. They don't understand my English. When you don't understand my English, you need to pause, download this program, pause it, take it back, play it slowly, then you get to understand what I'm talking about. That is what this idiot on your screen said. A man that was born in the village, in a riverine area, that was there till he finished his university. Suddenly from 2015, 2017, he went to the US. By 2021, nobody understands his English anymore. Nobody. He says, oh, a lot of people say they don't understand my English. A man that was barely 5 years in America. Now nobody understands his English anymore. You see what is on his shirt? I am where? Belle face. Look at his stomach. Large. evidence of healthy corrupt living. That is that on your screen. Healthy corrupt living. Where did he make the money? To buy 10 bitcoins, each one for $60,000. This man on your screen. Then I now saw a lot of Nigerian youths. Oh, boss, show us way. They will always keep showing you useless things called Nigerians way. Huh? And they will keep doing that. Aisha Yusuf, don't come out, don't raise hand. He's fighting for Igbos. You see the way they do it, tribalism. We are not forgetting about it. I thought Nigerian Muslims, those ones that are Islam or Muslim or whatever in Nigeria, I think they are the ones that are holy. They are killing the Nigerians for the sake of their God. Huh? For the sake of their God, Allah. They are killing Nigerians. But Saudi Arabia have banned them. We don't want to see you here in this country. You people are useless. That is what Saudi Arabia said. Huh? Saudi Arabia outrightly banned them. Don't come to Saudi Arabia anymore. That is what happened in Nigeria. And while all this is going on, I don't know, I'm trying to get something up on your screen here. I don't know where the video is anymore. But then we'll keep moving. We have to keep moving. As this is going on in Nigeria, okay. It seems I've seen what I'm looking for. Is it this one? No. It seems I've seen what I'm looking for. Yeah. There it is on your screen. No. I need to get it to play. Yeah. Meanwhile, as it's going on in Nigeria, should I play this one now? I will play it. Then I will mix it up in two ways. So that you will know how useless certain set of people are. You will know how useless they are. This is Owerri in Nigeria. I don't know if it has volume, but then let's see what we're going to do about the volume. Fulani arrives in Owerri. It should be able to speak. So let's play it and see. Okay, yeah. These are two trucks. Let me just narrate it before I play it. Because when we talk about Nigeria, we are focusing more especially on one side, which happens to be the Igbos. These are two trucks loaded with Fulani killers. They just entered Owerri. In Imo State, which is the Igbo land. These people are bringing these killers in quantums, not even in quantums now, in larger than large proportion into the Igbo land. But the Igbo people are there being foolish. I will show you all why I detest this race called the Igbos. Why they are suffering what they are suffering. Just listen to this one. He is saying that these two trucks are loaded with both male, female, that is foot soldiers, that they don't know where they come from. They just got into the heartland, not even in the bush, now inside the heartland of Imo State, in Owerri. They dropped them, they started moving, dispersing to different places. The Igbos are there with their phone as usual, recording, complaining. This is the only thing the Igbos can do. When someone steps up the plate to save them, they will go and sell that person. Get the money, buy an iPhone. Get the money, carry a woman. Get the money as a woman, carry a man, buy a car, and start jumping around. You see where they do their foolishness, where they take their foolishness to. I will play it here. Just listen.
Fulani nọ na moto a juru eju ihe juru n'ime moto a ndị Fulani onye ọbụla mara ọtọ ga-eche eme n'ala Igbo ụlọ hụrụ ka ha saa afọ.
He said, oh, these people are Fulanis. Everybody in the Igbo land should be careful. Oh. We shouldn't offend them so that they wouldn't get angry with us. That is the Igbos. When you come out to talk and they say, oh, this one is an Igbo man, you see them jump out like with big chest. We are the men of this land. We are the tiger. We are the lion. Where is the lion force or lion squad in Anambra? Where are they? Everyone is silent. Can this thing happen in any part of Nigeria? The answer is no. Globally, the answer is no. But it can only happen in Igbo land. They have paid some people money, and this one is just by the corner. Later, they will track him. Oh, you are the one that recorded. Okay, hold this small change. And he will never say anything anymore. It will be silent. But meanwhile, let's go here. Let's go here quickly. When they get those their monies and everything, come to the front line here. You see them in places like this. In places like this. This is one of the favorite preachers of the Igbo land. The rotten man called Ebuka Obi from the Catholic sect, because this one is a Catholic. Virgin Maria people. He's a Virgin Maria, but this guy loves abusing women, their body parts. He body shames them always. Fulani have landed in Owerri. This guy did a program the other time in Lokpanta in Owerri there. Imo State, close to Owerri. But every day, once he enters his shrine, he talks about female birth canal, their mammary glands and everything. He talks about how they have sex, how they make erotic sex and love. And yet, the man is close to 60 years, if not 60. And he's a youth, he's not yet married. But he knows every erotic pornography. Look at the way he's saying it. Look at how relaxed the church is. Everyone is laughing. Everyone is happy. We are Igbos. The word envies us. Nobody envies you as an Igbo man. People look at you, people with despise, because they cannot imagine how a land like that can still bring out great people with vast majority of useless people. When their greats come back home to help them, these useless things that you see here will kill them. Ebuka Obi here says the 100th day fasting is coming from 5th of July. That women should go and get big padlock and lock up their birth canal. Just listen the way the idiot said it. Useless man.
As 100 days is starting now, go and look for a very big, fantastic, durable padlock and padlock your laps.
You heard that. Go and look for a very big, fantastic, and durable padlock and padlock your lap. The thing they sweet the man to talk vulgar. Ebuka Obi is a vulgar animal. Vulgar animal. Padlock your lap. The other day he said, if he's passing, the women that didn't wear pants, they just sit down and open their legs so that he can see in between their legs. And he say, come on, close that thing, there is nothing there. Only Ebuka Obi, women will take off their pants and open legs so that he will see through. And the church is happy. The church is happy. The other day he came out and he said, what happened to your breast? Your breast you cannot be young without marriage. And your breast is flat. It's nature. No, it is a man that took it down. That's what Ebuka Obi said. And the church is happy. Every day people come here for free pornographic show. At the end, they now pay the actor. Who is the actor? Ebuka Obi. They give him money for making them feel good in a pornographic way. Ebuka Obi. Fulani is in your village now. Landing in trucks. You are here talking about women padlocking their birth canal. They should go and buy a very big, fantastic, durable padlock. And look at how the idiots call women are opening their teeth. I don't blame them. The church is a coven. So everyone here are witches, excluding none. And if you are not a witch here, you are a sacrifice that the witches will eat. Take note.
Tell that person, padlock your laps.
Padlock your laps.
Hit the person, serve it as 100.
You see, tell that person to padlock your lap. And the church responded, padlock your lap. Is that preaching? Is that the sermon of Yehoyeshua Chukochanke Binigwe? Is that his preaching? Where is this thing written in the Bible? Useless doctors, professors, academias, master degree holders, PhD holders, they are all seated there. Very useless people. Where is that thing written in the scripture? Where is it written there? Animals everywhere. That's why the Igbos are degenerates. Forever at the bottom. You want to ruin them, praise them. Praise them, then you slaughter them quickly. They will die off like idiots. Because that is what they are. While all those ones is going on, I'm bringing another one to your screen. While it is going on, these are Igbo couples.
Now, a lot of people are just up there because
these are Igbo couples. Look at them.
Yes.
The man and the wife. They have money. That's a very big house. Well built. You can see the doors.
What do they tell
Every now and then they've heard about social media. They have heard about social media. But they keep coming out like this. Naked always. Look at the woman. Look at the man. Look at them. Look at them. Look at. This is their niche. They brought out social media. Social media in Nigeria. Other nations are using it. Other nations are using it to boost their economy. Like India, China, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia. The thing got to Nigeria. It became the abuse of the day. This is a husband and a wife. Every day they come out naked like this. Online, they load their nudity online. But when you look at them like this in a real life, they say you are abusing them. But they use their own hand to act pornography. This is their Facebook handle. That's why we tag them shameless couples. These are Igbos. These are Igbos. The useless things that God created. These are Igbos. When you talk, they say, hey, leave them. It's a niche. Everybody knows how to make money. The main thing is make money. You people have been making money from the inception of time till today. Where is the Igbo amongst the League of Men as a nation? Not individuals, because some individuals are doing excellently well. Philip Emegwali, the father of modern day internet, was the other day rubbished by Fulani man that he was a fraud. He never did any of those things. And the Yorubas, the evil spirit called the Yorubas, they seconded and supported that Emegwali was a criminal. Emegwali that did them nothing, you know. After the death of Hubert Wigwe of Intercontinental Bank, the Yorubas, their pastors, Redeem Adeboye, they abused him. But when the man was alive, he pumped a lot of, he was the financier of Redeemed Church. But when he died, the Redeemed made him understand that he was a criminal.
Yes.
So I wouldn't blame them for calling him dance. Because Wigwe was foolish. Wigwe was foolish. It seems as if once an Igbo man has money, the first place he goes to is to go to the enemies and try to appease them so that they will love him. The Igbo man will neglect his own. Wigwe died a foolish death. It was a sad one. But in actual reality, it was foolish because the people he upheld all called him names after his death. He wasn't buried yet. Up to the point that Parara, another animal from the eastern part of Nigeria that doesn't even know that he's from the same land, Parara called him baby face or angel face, but devil. Wigwe doesn't know Parara. Wigwe doesn't owe Parara anything. He never stole anything from the family of Parara, the witchcraft family of Parara. He never did that. But the Fulani and the Yorubas gave him little money. Today, Parara have exited Nigeria. He resides in Turkey now. He said Nigeria is not a place to stay, but he was in Nigeria and collected that money and abused Wigwe. But now, Parara, thank God that you are living in the diaspora also. You will now know what it takes to live overseas. You will know, you will learn the hardest of the hard ways. This Nigeria, look at them, couples. This is what is in vogue in Nigeria. Madness, unlimited madness. These are couples. These are couples. This is an abuse, and children are there. They have children. Youths are there watching them. Oh, anything goes just to make money. Look at the woman. Look at her.
What do they tell their children?
Anything goes to make money in Nigeria.
This is way too far.
And it's okay.
Now a lot of people are just losing it up there because of
It's okay. Let me see what I'll do to these shameless couples.
They ridicule themselves like
You, pause there. You, pause there. I had to pause them. Just have a look at the idiots, the buffoons. Alright, let me put this one. Let me put this one here like this. Have a look at them. Have a look at them. These are couples. No, come back here. Let's go from here. It's fun to them. It's fun. Look at the stomach. Washed stomach. Not even smooth. Look at the man. A full-grown man. A full-grown lunatic. Igbo. Anything for the money. Igbo man will sell pride. Anything for the money. Igbo man will sell culture. We sell norm. We sell tradition. We go into witchcraft. Igbos, specialist of darkness. All these things is going on. This is Nigeria. No one is making excellent reportage of what is going on. While Ebuka Obi is there talking about sex in the church and the church is happy. No Nigerian media is covering this thing. This one happened in Nigeria. This is coming from CBN News. How Christians are being slaughtered, littered all over Nigeria. CBN News. How many of your content makers do talk about these things? Zero. This is Benue State, the home of Two-Face Idibia, that rotten man. That rotten man that said he is a mechanic of the female birth canal. He doesn't know what to sing. He just took microphone and stood on stage, started singing. He's the mechanic of female birth canal. He will repair it. He will wash it. Two-Face Idibia. This is your home. Being ravaged while you are a female birth canal specialist. Engineer. Idiots. Across the board from north to south, east to west, Nigeria is useless. It can never ever be redeemed. Never. Never. Listen, and see.
Christians in Nigeria took an egregious turn for the worse this weekend. So Truth Nigeria's Mike Ode James joins us now. Mike, what is happening on the ground?
Well, what's happening today? I mean, a few days ago, on the 14th of this month, down 14th, 13th, down is a kind of.
Stop. He's an NGO man, Mike Ode James. Huh? So this happened from 14th of this month down. That's 14, 13, 12. It happened from when he went there. You understand? But from that 14th till today, the 30th, it's still happening. They are still being slaughtered. While Ebuka Obi is there with microphone, talking of big padlock, durable padlock. Ebuka Obi is talking. 2 days ago when Ebuka Obi said this rubbish, a trailer landed in Imo State, loaded with the same killers this man is talking about. The same killers CBN News is talking about. They took them now to Imo State, in the heartland of Igbo land. But your son, called Ebuka Obi, is talking about big padlock. Your son and your daughter, aka husband and wife, are naked outside, doing like this. Useless people. Useless people. I know you won't like it. You will never ever like this program. We are Asian to do. We don't care. In as much as you remain as Igbo IGBO, then you deserve what you are collecting. In as much as you fly that identity Biafra, you deserve what you are getting. You deserve it. Until you realize that your life matters, your life worth something, then you come out. Others are getting into witchcraft and the occult to make better their land. But the Igbo man gets into witchcraft to kill his own brother. And you say, oh, we shouldn't talk about it. It's not that bad. We should try to protect one another. Go and listen to Buju Banton. Lend a hand to your brother. Go and listen to that soundtrack so that you can have some sense in you. The Igbo man can never ever lend a hand to the brother in a genuine way. Don't get me wrong. There are some that will do it genuinely. Those people are the microscopic few of the few. Not from regular few, but microscopic few of the few. If 10% is few out of 100%, the microscopic few from that 10% is less than 2%. Or even less than 1%, that are genuine Igbos, Ubo people, genuine from the heart. Look at him. Listen to the man.
Massacre. The state government says 59 persons were killed in Benue State in a village called Yelawata. That is in Benue State. And Benue is a Christian-dominated state. We are about 6 to 7 million Nigerians living in Benue, and over 97% of them are Christians. They are Baptists, they are Methodists, they are Catholics, and then we have local churches called NKST, Kokin, and Ekwa. But about a week ago, on Saturday, Fulani extremists, terrorists, stormed into Yelawata and then slaughtered a whole lot of people. Not just slaughtering, not just macheting, they locked some people up the way the Hamas locked Israelis up, 2 years or 1 year ago, and then doused the houses with gasoline and then set them ablaze. Babies were burnt. And then some of them that were about running were gunned down. And some also were cut from behind with machete. The government says 59 persons were killed, but the people on ground said over 100 were killed. Amnesty International also will list that. And the Pope himself said close to 200. So it doesn't really matter the figure. But what actually matters is this: Christians are being slaughtered in gruesome manner in Nigeria's middle belt, where Christians predominate. And unfortunately, nothing is happening.
That's my question, Mike. You know, I've talked to you on several of these videos. I've talked to some of your colleagues, Lawrence and Masara. We've had a lot of these videos about Nigeria, and the world stays silent. It's almost like this doesn't register in the world's conscience. Why do you think the world and the media, for the most part, completely ignore this story?
Well, Raj, I got to thank you, Christian Broadcasting Network, and you particularly, Raj. And I have to thank uh, equipping the persecuted for coming to bring these killings to light. And I also have to thank Pope for also mentioning our names. And I will tell you why these killings don't really come to light in Nigeria. If you go to the northwest, that is in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa, the epicenter of Boko Haram, almost Nigerian soldiers, I don't know, but I estimate over 90% of Nigerian armed forces are over there in Borno, and they are killing the terrorists, the Islamic jihadists. They are killing them. If you go to the northwest, we also see Fulani terrorists being decimated by the Nigerian army. But in the Middle Belt, we don't see that. The media doesn't report that much. We don't see the killings. And if you ask, it is like, that is why we say it's a genocide. The government just simply wants us to go. They don't want to have anything to do with us. It's like we are a sore thumb to them. You know, I once told you that in northern Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, we have over 45 million Christians in northern Nigeria. And when you talk about the total population of northern Nigeria, it's just about 110 million. So now we have over 45 million Nigerians who are Christians in northern Nigeria, including people like me. We have about 6 million in southern Kaduna. We have them in Taraba. We have them in Nasarawa, we have them in Plateau, and these are the epicenter where the killings happened. Now, the government do not report this, do not want, I don't know, the previous government that's under Muhammad Buhari, who is a Fulani man, passed the killings as herders farmers clash. So, but when we define it as no, this is genocidal killing, and it's prompted by land grabbing, they get angry. So, and they started suppressing the press from carrying out the reportage of these killings. They don't want the press to carry it out.
Amen. Listen, let's be honest here. It is not Fulani killing. It is not suppressing. And there is nothing happening in the north. The armies are not decimating anything. Those entire region had been conquered. So Benue and others are the next, including Jos, the home of Yakubu Gowon. So they need to decimate you people. You people need to go. Let's be honest here. Because you people are surplus to requirements. You are not ashamed of yourself. For you to rightly estimate the numbers of people, census-wise, several millions of people being killed by less than 100,000 people. And you are still there talking shit. The first rule of defense, of survival, is defending yourself at all costs. You don't wait for anyone. That's what Burkina Faso did. They said, France, fuck off from our land. America, get the hell out of our land. We will defend ourselves. And they are doing it rightly. But your government, Nigerian government, is arranging army to go to war, to overthrow Traore from Burkina Faso, because they are defending themselves and giving value to their citizens, while your son Two-Face Dibia and others are singing for the same Buhari, praising him because they gave him money, that they gave him free ass, free women, loose women. That's why you can come out and say he is the engineer of a female birth canal, and he's from your village, your hometown, where they are being slaughtered right now as we speak. The slaughtering of the Benue people has been going on for ages. Why some Benuites or Benunites or whatever, I don't know how to qualify you people, are busy collecting money from the same killers, praising them. Oh, the Pope said something. To hell with the nonsense that the Pope said. Keep waiting for people to say, so that the world will have sympathy on you while you go to your graves. They are grabbing land. You are not even ashamed of yourself to talk about them grabbing lands, showing the horrific videos everywhere. Ever since this thing has been going on, has Donald Trump ever said anything about it? Donald Trump had to look the other way. There are more important issues. You people should be ashamed of yourself in Nigeria. Saudi Arabia had banned you people. Don't come to our country to celebrate Hajj. Islam doesn't need you people, Nigerian Muslims. Islam doesn't need you. And the Christians, they are quiet. It's an opportunity for you to rise up and defend yourself. You are talking. It's a genocidal. How many English will you speak? But when it came to the Civil War, who were the main soldiers that helped to execute the Igbos? You people don't know that you are part of the Igbos. Idiots. Because they divided the map and said, you people are Benue, Ben Whites, Ben. So you are no longer, your kith and kins that are brethren from that land, they have nothing else to do with you. You are now Benue people, North Central. A Boki man named you North Central when you know that you are from the eastern part. Formerly close to Enugu. They divided it, partitioned Enugu in a very ruthless way, took one other part and took it to Ambazonia, took the other one, the remaining Benue, dropped it in the north. And we have professors, we have doctors of history, PhD history. They know nothing about their origin, they know nothing about their history. Academians in Nigeria, you spent over 18 years of your life to get PhD in history. And you come out to say you are Bantu. You spend over 20 years in the academic field. You come out to say you are Biafra, you are Akebulan, you are Africa. Useless people. The Fulanis, they know the origin, the truth of the history. That's why they are decimating you people. You people will never ever wake up because you have useless people, aka your celebrities, male and female celebrities. This thing is happening. It's happening. It's not that anything. It's happening as we speak. But there are couples there being naked online, jumping like this, like rabbits everywhere. Every day, their niche. I only brought out 2 of their useless videos because they have thousands of videos and they have thousands of followers, if not millions, following them. They come out naked every day. Inside Nigeria, it's not outside. Inside Nigeria. Ask them to come out and live in the diaspora. They will say, I can never live in diaspora. I can't go there and suffer. Because if you live in the diaspora, you make honest living. Apart from nowadays, there are so many Nigerians, more especially the Igbos and the Yorubas. They don't make their money in the diaspora. Where they make their money from is in Nigeria through witchcraft. They just go to the diaspora. Let it look as if they are in the diaspora making the money. But the origin of the source of their money is from Nigeria through witchcraft, through the people that are dying. That is where these people make their money, more especially the Igbos. You see them with small investment, very small, microscopic investment, but you see them with mighty houses. And you ask yourself, this table that this man or this woman is using for business, is it from this table, only this table, that he got the money to build a mansion? Because when we check the physics, the analysis, it doesn't correlate, no correlation. But the truth is that they are using the destiny of someone else. They are using the blood of someone else. It's ritual. Ritual. That's why the killings in Benue, the killings in Igbo land will never ever stop. It's ritual. When they do it, the pastors are on the other side, calming the nerves of people, praising them, telling them of how to have sex and how not to have sex. Ebuka Obi, that is his speciality. He always comes out to talk about how people have sex and how they shouldn't have sex. That is what his own Bible told him. Here is another one of what's going down in Nigeria.
Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith. In this episode, we're going to talk about the continuing genocide.
Stop. These are white people These are white people. This one is talking about the continuing genocide in Nigeria. How they are decimating Christians every single day. Tell me, is there any Nigerian media and content makers and pastors that have ever made excellent reportage about what is going on? The answer is flat out no. No. In all ramification, no. But you see them fooling themselves around. We have come to the end of this program, but let this man speak before I knock it off.
Welcome to Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith. In this episode, we're going to talk about the continuing genocide in Nigeria, and where 200 Christians were just slaughtered by Fulani militants. And if you're new here, you'll learn about who the Fulani militants are. You'll learn about exactly what happened. And most importantly, if you're a Nigerian Christian or if you're a missionary serving in a very dangerous place, I'm going to give you all the things that you need to protect yourself so that you don't die in a similar attack. And most importantly, what you can do to protect others to make sure that this does not happen again. At Christian Warrior Training, we talk about church safety ministries. We talk about how to secure your family, how to protect your family, how to protect your fellow Christians and yourself in a biblical way. So if you love Christ and that sounds like you, then you're at the right place. Go ahead and hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, because the algorithm loves those comments, and so do I. I may not be able to respond to everybody, but I try to read every single comment that comes across. I love hearing from my fellow Christians. In fact, throw down a message of support for these Christians that are being slaughtered, or leave your favorite Bible verse that helps you get through these tough times. I love reading that stuff. All right, so bottom line up front, what occurred was Fulani Islamic militants attacked Christians in Benue State in Nigeria. Now, over 200 Christians were murdered. Most of those people were internally displaced Christians that were fleeing the Fulani Islamicists to begin with, and they caught up to them at their new shelter. Now, attackers used fire machetes and rifles while shouting Allahu Akbar, which is Arabic for God is great. Now, church shelters were targeted, and law enforcement, well, they didn't show up till the next morning. So we're going to talk about what to do when you can't rely on law enforcement. We're going to talk about all the things you can do to protect yourself, your fellow Christians, to save yourself so you can continue with the Great Commission. But first, let's go in depth into what happened in Nigeria. Now, Islamic Fulani militants swooped into the town of Gelawata in Nigeria's Benue State and killed up to 200 Nigerian Christians on Friday in what international aid organizations are calling the worst killing spree in the region yet. Now, the attackers targeted Christians living as internally displaced people in that June 13th attack, setting fire to buildings where families were taking shelter and assaulting them with machetes and attacking anyone who attempted to flee. This is all according to the Aid to the Church in Need, or ACN. Now, according to ACN, militants stormed in shouting Allahu Akbar before killing people at will. ACN reported that attackers used fuel to set fires to the doors of the displaced people's accommodations before opening fire in an area where more than 500 people were. To X and look up my channel, Christian50. I put up pictures, aftermath of the attack. I don't do it to glorify violence or to get likes or to do anything like that. I think it's important for you to look at what people who hate you want to do to you. I want you to look at that. I want you to see those poor people and see that they died for their faith. I want you to see what happened to these poor people so we can prevent this from happening again. I hope it enrages you like it enraged me. We'll talk about some Bible verses at the end that help me get through this stuff and how God is going to get vengeance for what these people did. But let's continue on first. Now, according to Father Yukuma, he said, "What I saw was truly gruesome. People were slaughtered. Corpses were scattered everywhere." Now, Father Yukuma is a local priest, and he, along with several other witnesses, affirmed that the Fulani herdsmen were behind the massacre. The militants attacked the town from several angles and used heavy rain as cover. Now, for my military people like myself, we know that when you plan an attack, you do it when there is heavy rain to cover your movement. And for the cops, I'm a 30-year police officer from Northern California. We know that criminals often use rain for cover because it hides your footsteps. And so we know that when it rains, that's a danger period. Now, the father narrowly escaped being killed himself. He said he dropped to the floor when the militants began firing shots. Specifically, he said, when we heard the shots and saw the militants, we committed our lives to God. He said that this morning, I thank God that I am alive. Now, the militants attempted their first attack at a local parish, which was St. Joseph's Church in Yellowwater, where 700 displaced people were being sheltered earlier in the evening. However, after local law enforcement fought off the initial attack, the militants moved on to the town's market square, where they carried out their brutal assault on several buildings that had been repurposed into housing for displaced people. Now, although initial reports estimated nearly 100 deaths, data collected by the Diocese of McCurdy found that a total of 200 people were killed. Now, ACN said that the death toll makes it the single worst atrocity in the region, where there has been a sudden upsurge in attacks and increasing signs that a concerted militant assault is underway to force an entire community to leave. Let's just call it what it is. It's a genocide. But unfortunately, our Western press isn't even covering it. I still haven't been able to find one story in the mainstream media here in the West covering this horrible assault. It's only been people like me and other channels that do stuff that I do that have been bringing this forward. Now, another clergy member identified as a leading priest in the Diocese of McCurdy criticized Nigerian law.
Now, let's hold it there. How can Western media talk about it? Apart from people like you talking about it, the Nigerian people that are like you, that have large channels, what are they saying? They are saying nothing about it. The Nigerians that should have taken the cry out via their handles, they are silent, radio silent, graveyard silent. The Nigerians. How will Western media talk about it? If it was in Taiwan, Ukraine, Seoul, North Korea, Pyongyang, they will talk about it because the people there, they are humans. They are human beings. They will talk about it. But in Nigeria, you have a Bukobi talking about sex every day on the altar with professors seated there. Tell me, will any Western media bother themselves? In Nigeria, you have full-grown men and women, husband and wife, jumping out naked on the social media. Will Western media talk about it? Don't you know that the world is seeing the foolishness of Nigeria? No one will talk about it. Say, no, don't talk about it. Don't bring our shame to the public. You, as a Nigerian, as an Igbo person, you must be very stupid. Very stupid for questioning us. We are in order and we are in line. If content makers in Nigeria bring out excellent reportage like this, no matter how they present it, people will give ears to whatever they are saying. People will do it. But it's not possible in Nigeria. A white man had to do this excellent job now to show the world. Maybe the world will listen. But my guy, listen, nobody is going to listen to you. Nobody. We are talking of people that over 5 billion died and they are still this foolish. The worst part is that they even kill themselves through witchcraft or anything. The Igbos. The Yorubas, through seller sabotage, they destroy themselves. Tell me, who will listen to you? You are talking Saudi Arabia, saying, we don't want to see you people. You people stink. Don't come to this country for Hajj. How many Nigerian media ever said that into you Nigerians? Even in the diaspora, how many of you people know about it? How many? The black man is enemy to himself. Look at the white man, say nobody, none of the main media said anything about it. None. Not even CNN, not BBC, nothing. But we saw CNN in Kenya reporting the situation. In Nigeria, protests happened. People came out. Very dark man came out and stood on the side of the government, calling on the government to kill the protesters. And the same very dark man today is being celebrated by the same useless Nigerians as a hero. Allen Onyema came out and said, very dark man is a true hero. Where is Nnamdi Kanu? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? A man that labored genuinely and had everything. Not even Nigerian passport, British passport holder. The Igbos, useless things that don't know their history, sold him out for money and for the sake of one Nigeria. That's why certain Igbo people that I see one-on-one, I don't talk to them. I just pass them by because they don't exist. Opportunity came for us to talk with one. That said, I am one Nigeria till I die. We have lived that day. Igbos, we are Nigeria. Now they control Nigeria. I looked at the idiot. I just said I'm foolish for talking to this guy. From that time till today, even till tomorrow, I don't say anything to him. If he exchanges pleasantries, greetings or anything with me, I just walk on by. I don't talk to him. Because I look at him as an embodiment of curse. And that is what he truly is as an Igbo man. Look at a white man complain that nobody is talking about it. What is happening? The Nigerians that are meant to talk about it, they are there praising Davido. They are there praising Whiskey. They are there praising Very Dark Man. Then, as it is happening, the one that they call Ijele Speak is there with mask, going to the court to testify against Nnamdi Kanu, his own brother. You are going to the court to tell the same Fulani killers, kill this guy. He doesn't want to be alive. Ijele. And later he said, no, don't sound like this about the Igbos. I will sound like this about the Igbos because they are useless people. They are very, very useless. Share this program if you want to. If you don't want to, fuck off. The Igbos are useless. And this program should go to all of them so that they will hear the way Ancient do attacked their personality. Look at what is going on. Whites are the ones reporting this, and CNN reporting what is going on in Kenya. The other whites are reporting the killings in Nigeria. No single Nigerian content maker ever said anything about it. You see, this is the reason why we never bothered to talk about what is going on between Iran and Israel. Even the day Trump dropped the bomb on them. We didn't say anything about it. It's none of our business. They are not reporting what's going on in our land, so we shouldn't promote whatever is going on in their land. That's the reason why we never said anything about it. But we are going to say something about it because there is a video that we want to talk about how close Iran and Israel was, how they were before the separation happened, before they started killing each other. I don't have any love for any one of them. Because obviously Iran is supporting the killing in Nigeria. Saudi Arabia is sponsoring it. The world will never talk about it. The Pope is there. He's the one that first of all signed, say all these people are slaves. Pope apologized to Canada for colonial era, slavery era. Did the Pope apologize to Nigerians, the Igbo people? The answer is no. But the Pope can say, oh, they killed 50 people, 50 Catholics in Benue, in Nigeria. Let us pray for them, so that Virgin Mary will accept them. But the killers on the other side of reality say, oh, we killed these people. We have 7 virgins waiting for us in the spirit world, 7 spirit wives waiting for them. It's a shame. We are not going to go deep into this program. We are ending it right here. This is food for thought. Think deep. And if you value yourself as a human being, tell yourselves the truth. And do the needful. If you don't value yourself as a human being and you get offended because of the way we are talking, it's your business. We don't care. We have said what we needed to say. And it is done. So be it. Okay? A generation that will value it, or a set of people that will value it, will value it. But for the vast majority, like you people, you will never value it and you will get crushed and perish like this. Until you learn to value your life, stand and fight for yourselves, it will never be well with you. Keep waiting for one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and fight for you again. Nnamdi Kanu will never do this mistake again. Never. But Very Dark Man is there fighting for you. On social media, getting paid at the backyard. But on social media, he's fighting for you. Have you ever seen revolutionary fighting only on social media? They have the media wing of revolutionaries that will give excellent reportage. But if you're on ground, you're on ground. The Kenyan youths are on ground. They don't want to have any leader because leaders can be compromised at any time. Nigerians will always look for a committee of leaders. They want to have secretary and financier or finance secretary, finance manager, and so on. They set up a structure to make money. After a year, 2 years, or maximum 3, they cash out big time. They'll go and buy farm. Nene Anya did. Over 300,000 euros, bought a farm with IPOB's money. That is the way they are. Desperate criminals. It's a shame. With this, we have come to the emphatic end of this program. Join us next time for an exciting update coming from Asian Titu to you out there. So from us in the studio here to you out there, we say bye-bye.
Safa sapheli sizwe simnyama iwasafa isizwe saba yavula moya ayimikokelize wemaye wemolo safa sapheli sizwe simnyama iwasafa isizwe saba yavula moya ayimikokelize wemaye ngiyakhala pasapasa pheli sizwe sinyama iwasafa isizwe sabantu alamulaba ayimikokelize wemaye wemolo